ready for an event that celebrates the richness and diversity of Caribbean literature and culture? Look no further than Caricon. Join us for 3 exciting days of food, music, and cultural programming from across the Caribbean region and the diaspora. Whether you're a seasoned author, a literary enthusiast, or just curious about Caribbean literature and culture, Caricon has something for everyone. Here's an excerpt from last year's event.
Ah, yes, the dating is over and your married life begins. You leave behind that little black book, concealing all of your sins. Deirdre, Vanessa, Angelique, the names flash by non-stop. You had your fun, it's over and done, and you think your life's a flop. Deep inside, you know that's true. So why did you say, I do? The second you did, your little ass slid in a bubbling bucket of stew. You weren't really ready to tie that knot, all strings attached and tight. Marriage is never that perfect, where pieces always fit right. So come on now, get your feet on the ground. You've done the dirty deed, and you're feeling so low that it's time to go. Married life, you really don't need. Sit your lady down, never mind her frown. It's time for truth, not lies. You've got to come clean. It's not that you're mean, but to end it all now is wise. Her time is just as precious as yours, and you turned out to do Mr. Wrong. So consider her feelings and let her be free in case Mr. Right comes along. And for the ladies, just because you're married. Just because you're married doesn't mean you give up fun. Doesn't mean you can't be sexy and wild and your life is over and done. Just because you're married doesn't mean excitement is out. That you can't crave for passionate love. After all, what is living about? Go dining and boogie all night, get your glad rags on, come back to your place, put on some lace, get delicious for your husband's bite. Make him salivate, make his blood boil, keep the man's interest at home. Don't give him a chance, keep the man in a trance so his roving eyes don't roam. And if you should give birth to his baby, it takes time to take off that weight. Whatever you do, please follow through. If you don't, you could lose your mate. I know you think that that's pretty shallow. Your husband should love you enough to tolerate, compensate, for you've put up with all of his stuff. But let's be real about this deal. At the gun, you shot out of the gate. You dressed to the nines and always looked fine. You were rarely ever late. But just because you're married, you become sloppy and don't give a damn. You either forgot or figure, so what? I've already got my man. But you've got to keep that bedroom fresh. Every time should be like the first. You know what it took to get him, what it takes to quench his thirst. Marriage should be a long-term affair. Both partners have got to give. So just because you're married is no reason for you not to live. The honeymoon should be forever. At least do your best to make sure that your passion for love and life remains as it did just before. Okay, so this one is called But I Love Him. He beats me, but I love him. His jealousy drives me wild, but it proves his love for me is real. How he treats me is really mild. Compared to what other women face, he's really not all that bad. He's good in bed. And like I said, he's better than I've ever had. Yeah, he's been to jail, but I love him. That's his past. Please leave him alone. Unlike the rest, he's doing his best. And since then, he's really grown. Sometimes he'll lose his temper. Then sometimes I'm wrong. And what I get, I do deserve. I'd miss him if he was gone. He's my whole life, and I love him. If you knew him, you too would see. He'll change. That's what I'm here for, to make him the man he can be. So go on and say what you want to, but I love him more each day. And since no one really likes him, he says, we'll just move away. Everyone tells me he's wrong for me, but I love him with every breath. He'll always be mine. I know he's not lying when he tells me he loves me to death.
Oh my, oh my.
Okay, and this last one is Distant Lady. A sultry, sensuous chocolate delight. I looked up as she came through the door. The heady, sweet scent of her body had my tongue dragging on the floor. The lushness of her full, soft, sensual lips and the beauty of her smile. Each day my eyes were given a treat by this lady of class and style. When she opened that sexy mouth to speak, it didn't take long to see that her mind was as good as her body. Quite an impression she made on me. She's a woman men easily desire to make love to in every way. Deep inside, there's a fire burning. Since we met, there hasn't been a day that I haven't thought of this dear lady, thought of that glow in her eyes, thought of how close she would hold me with her arms and her voluptuous thighs. Her laugh is quite infectious, the warmth I feel on inside. The way I care about her, if I said I didn't, I lied. Every day I see this lady. She has a coffee in Danish to go. She smiles and gives me her money. If I approach her, she just tell me no. Outside of this place, she wouldn't even know me. She's a woman of class and style. Day after day, behind this counter I stay and settle for her sweet, sexy smile. Thank you very much.
Don't miss out on this year's event, June 3 to 4 at the University of Southern California. Join us at Caricon and experience the best of Caribbean literature and culture. Visit our website at www.cari-con.org to register and learn more.